kindly welcome you to Waterdeep with a reading from my...
Hello, and welcome to Atlas Park. My name is John, I am Final Boss Fights. Tech Ninja and resident mage superhero stood atop the globe of Atlas. This is City of Heroes Rebirth, a reawakened City of Heroes server that is still running City of Heroes as it was when the game finished. Hey, Erisuaithion. I'm just going to go with Michael, because that's easier to pronounce. This is my new character that I've made, specifically for the stream. It's got a lot of... It's got a lot of similarities to my favourite character I used to play as. But he's a mage now, for one. So, City of Heroes, for anybody who doesn't know, from the title, is an MMORPG where you play a superhero. They also had a sequel spin-off standalone game called City of Villains, where you played a villain. Okay, we snuck into the bad guy's warehouse, we found out their plans, found out information about the Ritual of Souls. I possibly could have read that text that was on the screen. You just gotta go away now. And it was a really fun Mamorpaga, and I played the hell out of it. I had a couple of level 50s, which was and is the maximum level of the game. Hang on a minute, I can just phone him. And it went away. The company that ran the game closed it down, and it stopped being a thing. And then, from what I understand, how the story goes, a couple of fans, a number of fans went, nuh-uh, got a hold of the game, and have re-uploaded rogue servers, and so now those of us that want to keep playing can keep playing. I think there's a couple out there that are that do different things. This is Rebirth or City of Heroes Ouroboros, and it's pretty much just the game as it was when it ended. They've I believe there's a couple of them that have sort of done different things, taken different levels of the game, added their own bits and pieces into it. As far as I know, this is just how the game was when it finished, and I gotta say, from playing it, it's triggering a lot of nostalgia. And it's a lot of fun to be a costumed comic book character. I was talking to my brother the other day when I asked him to set me up with this, because he's been playing it. And I was basically saying, like, I'm rewatching the Marvel films at the moment. I was looking at the Avengers game that is that Square Enix elevators allow you to reach other floors. You jackass. The Avengers game that Square Enix is bringing out, sort of September time, assuming everything goes to plan still. And I was feeling like I really want to play a game that is in which I can be a superhero. And so I thought, let me get some City of Heroes going. Is there anyone there? Please, I don't have much time. They're going to find me at any moment. I'm here with other survivors. Please, someone needs to hear this. I'm here. My name is Sapphire Volt. Who is this? Sapphire Volt. Thank you for the follow, Sifu Storm. Welcome to the final boss fight. Take up your sword and let's take this final boss fight on together. Oh, it's so good to hear someone. My name is Diana Habashi. Dana Habashi. Dana Habashi? Matthew's wife? Matthew, he's safe. He got out of Galaxy City. He is. Hold me. Hold on. Hold me. Hold me! I'm feeling so vulnerable right now. Hold on. Let me get him on the communicator. I'll put my radio to your computer. Matthew, I don't have much time. I'm being held prisoner by Arachnos. What? Where? We're coming to get you. You and Sapphire Volt need to hear this. Arachnos has captured survivors of Galaxy City and they're funding gangs to destabilize it. You need to stop them or else. Bam, bam, bam. Matthew, there she is. Take her back in. Dana, we're coming to find you, I promise. Boom. So that can go on rest. I can do that, can't I? Boop. Oh yeah, that brings back memories. That reminds me of things. I don't have any of those. I can range increase these things. I can knock back distance that. Matthew. Well, we saved the day, Sapphire Volt. I can't remember if I mentioned my character's name is Sapphire Volt. Those people you saved will be safe, and the Hellions' plan is stopped. I just wish there was some answer for my wife. That we knew where she was. If only we were able to go back and find her, none of this would have happened in the first place. She'd be safe. Your wife's alive, Matthew. It's not too late to save her. You have received your first merit reward. Merits are awarded for completing difficult tasks and allow you to exchange them for powerful rewards such as enhancements. Merits can be spent as various merit reward vendors throughout Paragon City, Pretoria, and the Rogue Isles. Merit rewards are stored in the Special tab in your Salvage menu. Merits earned from completing Task Forces, Strike Forces, Trials. Yep, that was the President Trump, who I believe just came and read my fortune. You're right, I still have a chance. Not everyone can say that, right? But we also need to make sure Atlas is safe. I'll be working on my end to see what we can do, what I can find regarding Arachnos, what they're doing, what they're planning, and where they're holding my wife and the other prisoners. I know some people who could use your help. They're fighting the good fight in Atlas. But, well, they're losing. One of the people who needs your help is a man named Officer Fields, a rookie cop who is part of the Galaxy City PD, and the other is a woman named Sandra Costel. You'll only have time to help one of them, but don't worry, there's another hero who was inspired by your actions with the Hellions who is going to help whoever you can't get to. So, Michael, and anyone else in the chat at the moment, should I help Officer Fields or Sandra Costel? I'll leave their information up there so that you can see it while I just fly back to the power trainer. Sandra or Officer Fields? Success. Success. And might as well, while I can, just slot this for power reduction. I'm going to go with Officer Fields, who wants me to look into a series of murders. Or a murder case that could turn into a series of murders. Officer Fields is new to this whole thing, but hey, so am I, and we did a good job together, right? I'll let you know when I found something about the Arachnos activity here in Atlas. Right, let's go see Officer Fields. You're the Sapphire Vault, right? Matthew Habashi told me about. All about you. How you helped him with the Hellions in Atlas Park and Atlas Park Plaza and Prometheus Park. I'm glad you're here. We've got nothing but trouble over here on the promenade. This place was once known for its theatres and music halls, but many of them have closed over the past few years due to the high rates of crime. Things aren't getting any better with what just happened. What's going on? We've got a murder case on our hands. Larry Boat, a actor known throughout the promenade, was found dead in a nearby office complex. The real shame is that his brother, Joseph Boat, has also gone missing since the meteors hit Galaxy. I was going to investigate myself, see if there was any connection, but, well, I still get sick around bodies. I haven't formed that hardened cop fortitude yet. But I was top in my class, Sapphire Vault, and I can smell something bigger is brewing here, and I don't like it one bit. Wait, what are you smelling? Larry was playing a big role in a charity play being put on for the victims of the Galaxy incident. I think someone doesn't want that event to go off. The one thing that really bugs me is why. Who would want to stop something that's just trying to help people? Anyway, you should speak to Detective Pierce and investigate the crime scene. I'm sure I'll be here, following up on any lead that might arise. Let's go have a word with this. Oh, there we go. Detective Pierce, what can you tell me? Sapphire Vault, heard about you from Fields. Sure wish they'd give us something more here than the fresh recruits, but what are you going to do? We've got our victim over there. It looks like he was trying to run away from something or someone. After being badly injured, whoever did this killing blow took one of his kidneys and then left. We've got a witness here, but she's refusing to answer us. She's saying that we can't protect her if she talks, no faith and all that. Maybe a hero talks to her, she'll think differently. Care to give it a shot? Sure, I'll float over to that victim and say words. I told them I'm not saying anything, just standing here will make me a Wait, you're Sapphire Vault, aren't you? The one who stopped the Hellions. Do you think... Would you be able to handle what's going on here? That you'll protect me from the people who did this? I will. Just tell me what happened. I was out here this morning when I saw this man being chased by the Vazlok. They yelled they couldn't let his parts get away. I hid behind a dumpster and watched as they killed him, then took his kidney. It was horrible. There were a few of them. They said this would do nicely, and it was time to bring the parts back to the guest. They went into the sewers nearby Sapphire Vault. You have to go and find what's going on. I don't want to be their next victim. I just want to be safe. Continue enjoying that coffee, jaded woman. I shall go and investigate the sewer over here. Why do I always end up going in the sewers? Captain America doesn't have to go in the sewers. I really should have stayed flying. I'm gonna get dirt on my shoes. Oh, these things smell. Hey. Oh, hey. Do you mind not vomiting on me, zombie? I found a clue. You fought off a group of Vaslok in the sewers and found a document listed list of attendees. It looks like a list of the people attending the charity play in the promenade, including the actors. Next to each of their names is a body part, presumably the one the Vaslok are after. Cultured zombies? Officer Fields. You'll never believe what's happening, and I'm not sure I do either. What you found in the sewers, Sapphire Vault, a list of body parts to be taken from the attendees of the play. That's not good at all. Well, obviously that's not good at all. I probably didn't have to say that. I just hope their leader, Dr. Vaslok, isn't in on this. The guy's a total nutcase. He thinks he's working to make the world a better place by making these abominations from the body parts of people. We need to warn the manager of the theatre about the Vaslok and make sure to stop them. That charity event needs to happen, Sapphire Vault. We have to help the people of Galaxy. The safest thing to do in this situation will be to stop the charity event. The Vaslok clearly want to launch a major attack on it. But the people left over from Galaxy need this event, Sapphire Vault. We have to make sure this goes off without a hitch. The remaining PPD, Paragon City Police Department, are going to do their best to play security, but we need everyone over. We need everyone on our side. I think the manager of the theatre might be able to help. I will go and speak to Victoria Manuel. Is a retired hero. Well, retired is a strong word. She's barely in her 30s, but she gave up on the hero gig. I'd see if you can talk to her to convince her to help out, while also trying to run the charity event. The more people we have helping us out, the better. I'm going to try and stay here, see if I can find any clues as to why the Vaslok would want to target the people specifically. And then he said some other stuff, but I left already. Well, I guess it's happening in that. Definitely a theatre. Hello there, pleasure to meet you, Sapphire Vault, correct? Name's Victoria Manuel, but you can call me Vicky. That little darling of a man, Officer Fields, told me that, the little brats in the Vaslok are up to no good, That's right, they're targeting people attending your event. How annoying. You try to run one little event in this place and you get mad scientists trying to use your audience as body parts. Well, I'm sure the fine men like yourself can handle a few men with meat cleavers, I don't like to boast. I especially hope so, given that I've heard some of the people on my list have gone missing. I'm just so busy at the moment I can't imagine trying to juggle all this. I know you used to be a hero. You can do something to help with this. Don't worry, I'll handle this. You focus on the charity event. You're the best, hun. I could help you a bit. I just got a message from the PBD that a group of those Vaslok was seen nearby. Here, let me show you where they were. If I were you, I'd go over there and put a stop to myself. Meanwhile, I'll see about getting this event of mine underway. I'll handle this. Away! Ah, tree. Uh-oh. May have attracted a bit too much attention. Yes, these lame undead cannot defeat the Sapphire Vault. Phew, that was close. Found a clue. And thank you, Delta, for those words of encouragement. What clue did I find? After fighting the Vazlok on the streets of Paragon, you discovered one of them had a handwritten note from Dr. Vazlok himself. Bot will be the first to be tested. Those who have survived the Galaxy incident will have undoubtedly been exposed in some way to the Shivans or to the meteors. We must find what effects this can have on a human person. And if possible, how can this be used to improve our current procedures? Report everything you find on boat. Bot. Good to see you made it back in one piece, Sapphire Vault. What did you find? Whoa, a note from Dr. Vazlok himself. And what's this about Boat? Larry Boat is dead, unless his brother Joseph. This is getting crazy by the minute. On the other hand, at least Dr. Vazlok's goal isn't a moustache-twirling plot to destroy the charity event. On the other hand, he seems to be putting his own scientific goals above the well-being of those people. This all adds up, Sapphire Vault. While you were gone, I was able to do some digging, and found some very odd spikes in power usage in certain parts of the sewer system. Delta, I am new to Rebirth. I am not new to City of Heroes. I used to play a ton on the original servers. I'm betting that Joseph Bode is in there with a Vazlok, performing various experiments, and that is probably where they have the people they've already kidnapped. Right, well, let's mosey on back to Ms. Liberty first. And get me my new power. Yep, that was a really useful use of my teleportation abilities. Let's see, Energy Punch I normally go with. Welcome to Rebirth then, I'm actually one of the GMs here. I'll be hosting costume contests later tonight if you'd like to participate. We've also got more things in plan as our anniversary is just around. You got an anniversary coming up, excellent! I might be around later, I don't know. Let's see, I normally like that, and then I'll get energy. Energy Punch next time, I think. You've been going for that long. I didn't realise, like, I'd heard it was back in some, in this form a little while ago, and then I was saying to my brother earlier this week that I'm currently rewatching the Marvel films with a friend of mine, and looking at the trailers for the Avengers game coming up. I really wanted a game to play where I could be a superhero. And like this is getting me full of nostalgia for when I used to play this when I was in uni. An amount of time ago that I will not specify, but it's probably fairly obvious from when the game was out. So when's the anniversary? Anniversary is on the 18th. That would be Monday. Wow. Yeah, that is coming up. Rescue the actors. Excellent. Yeah, that will really help me with the leveling up. I thought we were dead for sure. Thank you, Sapphire Vault. The exit's the other way, dude. Back that way. No, that's a dead end. That looks to be a way forward. Let's check this one. Cannot enter. Well. I guess I'll go the obvious route then. Yep, this is definitely a sewer. Yeah, I totally bought your being dead routine. The glory of war shades. I had a level 50 blaster called Thunder Aura on the original City of Heroes. I like playing blasters. Like, I know you're... have I just gone back the other back the same way? Nope. I know you're like weak to standing up front. I had a blaster and I had a tank, so I was like polar opposites on survivability in combat. Defeat Joseph Bot, defeat the Vasilok Life Machine to remove his invulnerability. Well, I should probably do that one first, right? You'll die here, Sapphire Vault. You find me in place, but I can blast you from a distance sometimes. Yeah, I do enjoy blasting things from a distance. It's oddly satisfying. I did have a flame-based tank, which was also fun. And I had a Peacebringer, was it? That's the the other one from the Warshade. And then I had a couple of villains, but I can't remember what archetypes they were. Oh, there we go, that's the triple XP helping me level up. You did it, Sapphire Vault. The hostage is being taken care of right now, Joseph Bott. We're sitting in prison for a very long time, and the charity event is going off as we speak. I almost feel bad for Bott. Dr. Vaslok took advantage of his fear after the Galaxy incident, but to think how desperate Bott must have been, killing your own brother for your safety. I'm happy to have people like you in the city, Sapphire Vault, to show us that we can be safe in this world without having to go to such extreme measures. Well, there's also us in the PPVD too. Yeah, I liked that as a concept. The difference between them, it was an interesting mechanic that you had these these character classes that were so different from each other, but similar power sets, but completely different gameplay styles. Aaron Thierry. Seraph is always trying to help out with things here in Atlas. I know you can help them out, Sapphire Vault. Just look out for Thierry. His herd is a little weird. There's a scientist that works at Seraph. Matthew Habashi said he might be able to help regarding the situation with Arachnos in Atlas Park. He'd like to talk to you. Okay, let's drop in on Aaron. Pop back to... Am I at Aaron? I am at Aaron. There he is. Ah, clockwork. Hello, Sapphire Vault. I'm Aaron Thierry, a scientist in the illustrious group known as Seraph. Habashi informed me of your work to push back the chaos in Atlas. I have some information that may prove particularly useful for you, as this was going to be something more important than my previous experiments. I have left my lab to work with you in the field, as they say. Shall we get to work? Matthew Habashi has informed me about what you know, which is to say that Arachnos has been trying to destabilize the area of Atlas. An interesting idea, to say the least, attacking the heart of a city of heroes. Roll credits. We got there. We've said the name of the game. I've been keeping my eye on peculiar events. I believe that I know where we may be able to strike to prevent Atlas from attaining its goal of total domination of Atlas Park. In a large gathering of Hellions at the north part of Argosy Industrial, the area once the centre of industrial work, but that honour has gone to Independence Port. The mostly empty warehouses are now being used by the Hellions. I've deduced that it's highly possible that the Hellions are setting the stage for Arachnos to use these warehouses for some sort of an invasion. I would suggest a full-out attack on the Hellions to prevent this from happening. I will do that most definitely after I go see Ms. Liberty, who is in the complete opposite direction. I love this new cape. Oh, this is so shiny. Gonna make the devs slap some voice lines over everything so there's no more reading entire books. I mean, it's it would be nice. I'd like to hear some of these characters. You're doing great so far, Sapphire Vault. Keep it up. Yep. That one and that one. I mean, as someone watching the stream, Delta, do you want me to be reading these, or do you want to, like, leave it to read yourself? That one can go. That one can go, and that one can go. Can I get an accuracy boost, please? Boop. Ah, no, there's too much difference between their power levels. Can I combine these? I say you read it, you got a narrator's voice. I keep being told this. As long as you don't want me to read the entire thing for the devs, I might have to split that up with a couple of different people. Yeah. Damn clockwork. Wait, Arachnos are here. Eyes up, Guardians. Get out of here, Jacinta. Yeah, it would be cool to get some of the lines done, but yeah, voicing the whole thing might be a little bit much. What lines out of all of the plot lines, if you could have voiced Delta, what would you like to hear? Are there any specific missions that stand out as missions you've got? Back off, wolf spider. Just when I hear the Hellions cuss me out every time they get defeated. Damn you! I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you pesky kids. It was a very intriguing turn of events, Sapphire Vault. It seems my calculations were off about the Arachnos incursion. I believed your efforts in Atlas would deter them, but it seems they've only served to fuel their anger to begin their invasion. Very curious. Otherwise, no memorable lines. Never actually paid attention to the story, just liked the gameplay. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I definitely got that way towards the end where I just wanted to get back into the fight and get on with it, rather than actually playing the game. Like, playing the storyline. I believe that this will be the time where your true worth will be put to the test. Do you believe you have the abilities to help push back the Arachnos attack? I do. Arachnos will not stop until they've taken over all of Atlas. The situation is somewhat dire, you could say. Most of the Freedom Phalanx are currently unable to help fight, but whether this is due to the issues of Galaxy City or the threats by the Praetorians, the fate of Atlas is left in the hands of heroes such as yourself. Our goal will have to be find where the main base of the Arachnos is and strike at it. I said a line I didn't pay attention to. Correct. In order to find out where they're staging their attack from, we must strike down their high-ranking officials, their commanders. I would suggest you go out and take the fight to them. It is possible that we may be able to find information on them regarding the location of their main headquarters, or at the very least, a method in which they are communicating with each other. I'm going to guess radio. It's probably not what you meant, though. Maybe mobile phones. These warehouses are a little bit toasty. Boop. Hi, guys. Ow. I mean, as funky as it looks to fly like that, it does slow the cooldown on your powers. Night night, guys. Just call the police. Ow! That hurt. I found a clue and it made a exclamation mark appear, and these people are attacking me now. Disarm the hidden explosives. You mean that glowy thing? Ow! Ow! Stop that! I better disarm this Zoe. Do you mind? Very annoying. Da 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 da. No wait, that's Batman. Do I have your phone number yet, Aaron? I do. Yay. Yay, leveled as well. It's a good thing you stopped the bombing plot, Sapphire Vault. It seems though we are no further in finding out where their base is. Yeah, I love Energy Punch for that knockback. It's so much fun. Poof. There are a few heroes who've answered the call to help fight off the Arachnos, but there are still many who have refused to. Many believe they are not good enough to make a difference. It is unreasonable, really, to believe that just because you have super abilities that you are a superhero, and because of that we find ourselves in the current situation. Let us see what you can do to help us get out of it. Did you by any chance see any large Arachnos pylons? I've received some data from Matthew Habashi that these pylons are being used as a method of communication. Arachnos send their data through the numerous pylons in order to hide exactly where their data center is. It is reasonable then to assume that if enough of the pylons are destroyed, we would be able to predict with greater accuracy where their main base is. How many of them do you need me to destroy? Oh, about 3. Well, before I go and take down these pylons, I'm just going to pop back to Ms. Liberty. Time to get another energy punch. This one doesn't knock back. Does it knock over? I can't remember. Yeah, energy punch may disorient foes. And then you get build up that greatly increases the amount of damage you deal for a few seconds. Greatly increases the chance to hit of your attacks for a few seconds, slightly increases damage. I like Short Circuit, that's the snipe ability. What other power? Presence. I did used to have speed on this build. Recharge all of your primary and secondary powers. Jeez. No, we're going with Energy Punch. Shauna Stockwell is looking for help. The rising crime rate in King's Row. Well, I might take you up on that, Shauna, after I deal with Arachnos' invasion. I like this as a solo build for the blaster because it gives you enough ranged offensive, and you also have a couple of close combat options for when what the heck is going on there? That's peculiar. Get out of here, heroes. Wasn't there a pylon here? Just got your first level 50 ever, even counting all the characters on live. Feels good. Oh man, that level 50 ding is so satisfying. What's your level 50 then, Delta? Not seeing any of these pylons. First level 50 is a Warshade. Because why not? Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I remember when it used to be that you had to have a level 50 to have a... Found a clue. Didn't at all get hit in the head. The last pylon destroyed. You almost immediately receive a message from Matthew Habashi. He sounds as if he's running. Sapphire Vault, Matthew here. I know I was supposed to message Thierry, but, well, I never really liked that guy. Listen, we've got to feed out where the bias is. It's the same one where they're keeping my wife. They said it has a ton of security, too much for one person to overcome, which is why I'm going in there first. You're one person, damn it! They'll be too preoccupied in figuring out what to do with a lone FBSA agent to notice you breaking down the doors. This is my chance, Sapphire Vault, my chance to make things right and save my wife. Just, well, if I die, make sure I save her. Well, this is unexpected. Who would have thought that an old man like Matthew Habashi would run off to do something so brave? I definitely did not believe it would happen. Yes, it is no surprise that the Arachnos base would be heavily fortified. This is their main method of conducting this invasion. I suppose it also makes sense for them to keep their prisoners there as well. Habashi's plan could just work. Arachnos would be pleased to get their hands on an FBSA agent, enough to make them lower their guard, focusing on bringing him in. That might be enough time to strike. I received the exact location where the Arachnos base is. The FBSA has confirmed that Matthew Habashi has gone MIA. We can only assume that he's currently within the bowels of the base. Ew. I would hurry if I were you. Habashi's plan on keeping his position in the FBSA as leverage, hoping they will keep him alive long enough for you to arrive, but I do not believe that will work. Arachnos already has an agent on the inside. It is how they were able to get into Atlas Park so easily. It is also how they knew the meteor strike on Galaxy City. Arachnos was in Galaxy mere minutes after the meteors hit. That is no coincidence. Sapphire Vault and Arachnos is not that well organized that they could pull it off themselves. Someone within the agency is helping them, and that is why Matthew Habashi will die if you do not hurry. Then I guess it's time to hurry. And I mean, it's right here. Time to go break the door down. It'd be really cool if I had a glowing fist when I did that in the webcam, but I don't. Traveled through numerous corridors in the warehouse before ending up in this Arachnos base embedded deep within the streets of Paragon City. Yep. Yeah, thanks, Delta. Thank you, Delta. Haha. Shiny. Can we trust the Seraph Mole? Does it matter? Look how far we've got. We'll kill him once we have everything we need. Hey guys. Take a nap. A mole has arrived. We're moving to the next phase. Kill the FBSA agent and prep the remaining prisoners. No! Ow. Well, that's cheating. You blend in well, don't you? Going to lurk now as I completely build 2 new builds for my Warshade and try not to stress out doing this. Enjoy, Delta. If you want to lurk, you are more than welcome. Yep, I really meant to blast the door there. Never fear, 'cause I am here. Matthew. Hey, Sapphire Vault, man. You're a sight for sore eyes, and boy are my eyes sore, and my chest, and my legs. Hey, Sean. We like lurkers here, at least I hope we do, since I lurk so much. Yeah, where would I be without my lurkers, Sean? Are my eyes sore, and my chest, and my legs, and basically sort of everything is hurting really bad. Looks like the plan worked out pretty well, huh? Matthew, that was crazy. You could have been killed. What were you thinking? Had to do it, Sapphire Vault. I think of the image of my wife's face when she and I split in Galaxy. I wanted to do something to save her. As soon as I saw that we had a location, I couldn't care if I died or not. I had to at least try and save her, and try and help out and help you save everyone. It's not over the mole. It was Aaron all along. He was the mole. I don't know what he's up to, why he betrayed us. He even told Arachnos that you wouldn't be coming, but it's like he wants you to succeed or something. But he told Arachnos all about our weaknesses, when we'd be vulnerable. He even told them to hold off on my execution for a few more minutes. It's just in time for you to get here. You've got to find him, Sapphire Vault. Find out what he's up to. I'll handle this, don't worry. I mean, I've already started work on this door. This very heavily protected door that I'm really hoping I have to go through. I don't, it's over here. But also door. Ah yes, Arachnos elevators. Aaron, tell me what's going on. Sapphire Vault, I assume you saved Habashi, given that you're here now. I also assume that he told you what he saw. I asked them to spare Habashi's life. While a coward for most of his life, Habashi took a stand due to the example you set for him, and so I decided to save his life. I decided to have his life entwined with your choice. Had you decided not to show up or were killed, then he too would have been killed. In a few minutes, the commander in charge will show up to fight you. You will soundly defeat him, bringing an end to all of this, returning Atlas to its former peace. Why did you do all of this, Thierry? The heroes in this city have become too complacent, Sapphire Vault. Too many left crimes unanswered, believed it was beneath them. Too many simply went about living their lives as if they were normal when they are not. When they have responsibilities to the people, the heroes of this city need to be shaken back awake to realize the true roles in this life. The destruction of Galaxy helped with this, but still heroes in Atlas continued in their complacency. There needed to be a strike at the heart, and so here we are. And so you think you're the good guy by joining Arachnos? I do not believe I'm the good guy in this situation. Arachnos was a means to an end. A method to help awaken the heroes of this city, to remind them of their true calling. Heroes will remember for some time that there must always be vigilant, that they must always be vigilant, that no part of the city is completely safe. They will stand and protect others, putting their own petty views or laziness beneath them. And you yourself have become a product of this. If it were not for this destruction of Galaxy, for the Arachnos intervention, would you have been stirred to action to use your abilities for the good of mankind? I would have helped regardless of the situation. Perhaps, Sapphire Vault, but that is what makes you stand out from the others. But many started out just like you, I'm sure, eyes full of wonder, your heart bursting with a desire to save the city, the state, the country, the world. But how many times can you do this? Once? Twice? You will eventually wear yourself down. You will give in to apathy, like so many others before you, and then someone like myself will come along and help reawaken you. I, Sapphire Vault, have one final request for you. You have a request for me. Kill me. What I have done is unforgivable. I do not desire to live in the same world as these people. Not after what I've helped to trigger. It is not true justice if I survive and all the innocent die. Deliver the final call of justice to me and seal your role as a hero, Sapphire Vault. No, you will pay for your crimes like the others. Oh hey, it's the Arachnos leader. Yep. You're going to prison for a long time. Arbiters are the hand, the will of Lord Recluse. An attack on an Arbiter is an attack on Lord Recluse. You will not live long enough to regret what you have done today. I'm just going to go now. You can keep gloating to the floor. I'm going to leave you on the floor. So how are you doing, Sean? Dana's back. Yay! Looks like everything worked out okay, huh, Sapphire Vault? Atlas Park is safe from Arachnos, I'm alive, and I might have saved my marriage by doing something that I think would be classified as stupidly brave. I'm happy that Aaron Thierry is going to spend a very long time in the deepest, darkest part of the Zig. I might even go visit him just to spite him. What plans do you have for yourself now, Sapphire Vault, after the whole, saving Atlas Park from the brink of destruction. I'm going to continue to fight crime. The fight isn't over yet. Ding. You're right, Sapphire Vault. That I have no doubt of. Even now, King's Row could probably use your help. But hey, keep in touch, alright? I'd like to think we've sort of become friends in all of this. Hopefully you won't have to come bail me out of any more problems. I'll be in touch, Matthew. Oh, interesting. So I got sidetracked again, got hit by the sweet tooth and had to find something. How's the stream going? Stream's going pretty well, thanks, Sean. I am leveling up my character. And yeah, just enjoying the nostalgia. Away I go. Yeah, this might help. Do you have a flight speed? Yeah. Oh no, that's not good, Sean. Right, now that I've got that leveled, let's go to King's Row. Ah yes, that's fair. Have you got that new paint smell going on in the art room at the moment, then? I think so, but I think I'm used to it by now. It's not very strong. Well, that's fair. Shauna. King's Row is in some serious hurt, Sapphire Vault. Ever since Galaxy got smashed, the refugees have been flocking to King's Row, hoping they can return home soon. Unfortunately, a lot of them are out on the streets with nowhere to go, and that's made them in easy pickings for the gangs like the Skulls. I've been keeping tabs on the Skulls for some time for my news site, Raw from the Row, and I'm telling you, it looks like we are about to have an epidemic of the super add-in addicts in the PPD. Well, someone can't crack down on them. The people at King's Row need your help. I'll be in touch, Matthew. Right, now that I've got that leveled, let's go to King's Row. Ding. You're right, Sapphire Vault. That I have no doubt of. Even now, King's Row could probably use your help. But hey, keep in touch, alright? I'll be in touch. Super Adine has been flooding the streets of King's Row for years now, Sapphire Vault, but with all the refugees flooding to King's Row after the destruction of Galaxy City, the Skulls have been really starting to push their product. A number of Super Adine related crimes is escalating. The PPD can't keep up, don't have the manpower to put a stop to it. Only so much good can be done by writing about this. It's time someone took action. Will you help me shine a light on the Skulls' activity here in King's Row? Maybe together we can put a stop to it once and for all. Great. This city is sick, Sapphire Vault. And as with any illness, I turn to my good friend Genevieve Sanders over at Crown Memorial Hospital for a diagnosis of the cause. Genevieve has indicated that hospital's detox wards are reaching maximum occupancy. Super Adine addicts are being brought in off the streets in droves, and from what she has said, they're suffering from some pretty extreme states of withdrawal. She said that if I could find a hero to help, then she would have some information for them to act on. I guess that means you're our hero. Okay, not in here. Oh, over there. They are. Hello. Sapphire Vault, Shauna called me to let me know that you are on your way. Thanks for agreeing to help out. More Super Adine addicts are showing up hospital every day and they're in bad shape. But from what I've gathered, the Skulls are forcibly addicting people to the drug. Sapphire Vault, a lot of the people have lost everything in Galaxy City. They've turned to theft and less savoury acts to help them pay for their next fix. Eventually they'll either end up arrested here or in the morgue. Sorry, it's so frustrating you came for information in order to solve this problem, not listen to me go on about it. According to my recovering patients, the Skulls have a drugs den in Industrial Avenue. They really put thought into the name of that avenue. People go there and buy their Super Adine. If you can hit the Skulls on the streets hard enough, they might spill the beans on who's running the show and exactly where the drugs den is located. Yeah, let's go question some Skulls. Pay Toothbreaker Jones a visit. Okay. Excuse me. It's interesting to see the skulls are equal opportunities gangs these days. Ow. Who needs stairs? Good night, guys. You did well. Back off a bit. I mean, there's a reason I look like Sapphire Vault. Just need to take her knee for a moment. Nope, that's not a bad guy. That's the shattered concrete. Yeah. But I can hear a glowy. There it is. Ew. He had a mayonnaise jar filled with broken tooth. Ew, did I have to find that? I mean, no, because the mission was done and I could leave, but... Ugh. Shauna. Well, this is going to go to an amazing story. Sapphire Vault takes down Superdyne Den and busts the leader, saves the innocents from the skulls. Unfortunately, Jones is just one of several pushers in the area. Taking him down put a dent in the skull's profit margin, but I have a feeling that now you'll push the skulls, they're going to push back. Watch yourself out there, they'll be gunning for you. You mentioned that Jones was talking to someone on the phone about a shipment. I've heard about the skulls expecting a big shipment from one of my sources. I'm going to talk to her and see what I can find out. In the meantime, Genevieve called. She says she has more information about where the Superdyne dens might be located. Let's go talk to Genevieve. Yeah, I'm calling you on that one. My patients have been coming in all over King's Row with stories of where they get their Superdyne. It's almost never the same. The police are certain the skulls are just moving their dealer around, but I know it's a combination of that and a number of different pushers setting up shop. One of my patients was one of those drug dens today. He gave me this address. I already informed the PPD, but I doubt they'll be able to check it anytime soon, and I'm afraid that the skulls will have packed it up and left by then. Sapphire Vault, if you don't start shutting these places down quickly, and there will just be more people addicted to Superdyne than the hospital can handle, the evening news will have a field day if they find out the addicts lined up on the sidewalk outside. You're right, let's go deal with this. The place is pretty quiet. Maybe the skulls have already abandoned it. They may have left some clues. Where are all the skulls? Did they write it down, maybe? Nope. Nope. Does this thing tell me where they are? You found a note that reads, "This is where you die." It's a trap. They just lured me in here. That doesn't really work. Oh no, it's a bone daddy. You just ran out of endurance. Mostly because you were using a silly super run power while fighting. Oh, hey guys. Axilla and mandible. Well, this is fun, but... The Lords of Death are one step ahead of you, Zeros. How can it be that I'm still fighting? I will cast aside your darkness. Let's get out of here! Now, did she betray me, or did someone else at the hospital happen to be working for the Skulls? Sapphire Vault, what happened? The Skulls knew you were coming, but how? Oh no, you don't think that I... No, someone at the hospital must be feeding the Skulls information, but... Why would anyone here want to help them? I'll be a lot more careful with who I tell about the cops and the local heroes. Shauna. Sapphire Vault, I really need your help. My has gone missing. Her name is Emily Rodriguez. According to her relatives, she didn't show up at work today. Talked to Emily's cousin and he said he's certain the Skulls kidnapped her. Says the cops won't do anything about a missing persons case for 24 hours unless there's evidence of wrongdoing. And they just don't have any evidence. I told him you could help. Where do I start looking? There's a beat cop who works the Gish by the name of Vic Johansson. He knows the Gish like the back of his hand. Tell him I sent you. He'll drop everything to help find Emily. The Skulls are ruthless killers. I don't know how long Emily has. There it is. Sapphire Vault is shutting down Super Dines in King's Row. I'm glad someone's stepping in to do the right thing. Thank you, random civilian commenting on my missions. That's one of the really cool things that they put into the game, is that random people will just walk around saying how awesome you have been recently. Hey, not too close, okay? You hero types are all good in my book, but I don't need another reason for the Skull gangbangers to be eyeing me up for some sort of initiation badge or kill of honor. I got a wife and kids. Stockwell told me you were one of the good cops. Was she wrong? Shauna sent you? She's like a little sister to me. Alright, yeah, I'm your man. What's your situation? Well... that's bad. I think I know what the Skulls are planning, Sapphire Vault. Word on the street is that the Skulls have some sort of indoctrination ceremony that's going down tonight. We've got neither the clues nor the manpower necessary to go hunting for it. Fix puts his hands to his badge and traces the star. He looks down, apparently unaware that he's doing it. Looks up at you, his eyes steeled. Emily can't wait for us to get better information. My shift is about over. We'll hit the streets and find her together. Thanks. Let's get moving. That's cool. I've not seen them do one of these. These are new. After hours of patrolling, you find yourself in an abandoned King's Garment Works on the west side of town. Vic takes the position outside as you head inside to save Emily Rodriguez. Hey. Meanwhile, further inside the abandoned King's Garment Works... Misery. Things finished. Finish things here for me. The shipment arrived early. I must go. Yes, Chernobog, but what is the matter? As Lord of Death, you alone can choose the first death to begin tonight's ceremony. Kill the girl first. Show new recruits what happens if they talk to wrong people. My pleasure. Well, that puts me on a time limit, doesn't it? Also, you were attacking me while I was in there. Wait, I haven't leveled. I should do that. Might be I finish this mission, level up it twice, and end the stream. You had your chance to prove yourself! Just go stand in the box. Oh, you're in trouble now. What the? Oh, this is the way I came in. Well, that's a lot of bad guys. Ah, you'll pay for that. Sapphire Vault, you're my hero, you're amazing! Woo, yay, we love you! Never fear, for I am here! Not stealing that line. But it seemed appropriate at the time. Right, let's go level up, and then I think it is a decent time to call the stream, and I want to find... Is there someone here to train me? Blue steel, there we go. Thought there was. Fly, John, fly! So let's get Short Circuit, which is the sniper shot. And then... Montague... Montague Castle has contacted you. Hello, Sapphire. I am the Midnight Squad. PPD has requested you speak to Theoden of the Lost. Signature story arcs. You are now able to play one or more signature story arcs. Start the arcs from the signature story arc access button added to your contact list. You can also start them by speaking directly to the individual contact in the world. Play one of the signature story arcs, select the volume below. Signature story arcs are free for VIP or can be purchased in the Paragon Market. Volume 1, Who Will Die? And Volume 2, Pandora's Box. Interesting. Oh, thank the stars that Emily is alive and well. I heard Juan Jimenez got himself mixed up in this as well. I guess in hindsight that's a good thing. It turns out he's got a picture of the Skull's leader and pocketed his memory card before they trashed his camera. Juan sent me an image of the photo, and trust me, this is big news. That guy that Juan snapped a photo of is one of the Lords of Death. Dude goes by the name of Chernobog. I looked his name up online, and apparently it's the name of some Slavic god of darkness or something. Real cheery, dude. Anyway, according to Emily and Juan, Chernobog left right before you arrived, because the shipment had been here about came in early. Sapphire Vault. Emily told me about the shipment is a truckload of Superdyne. If it gets onto the streets, King's Row will be flooded with the stuff. If only knew the shipment had been delivered to, we could have put a stop to this. Damn, you were this close to stopping the shipment and taking out one of their leaders. 10 to 1, there's an Anderson Construction is hosting the delivery. Anderson Construction, but why would you say that? Look, Shauna's eyes light up as she connects the dots. That's why their workers were rounded up by the Skulls to be killed at the ceremony. They worked at the Anderson Construction warehouse here in King's Row. With them going missing, the warehouse would be empty during the delivery. Sapphire Vault, you're brilliant. We've got to hurry and bust that delivery before it's too late. If that Superdyne hits the streets, there'll be no way to stop it. You may want to bring some help. If Chernobog really is there, the place will be crawling with the Skulls. Nothing that I can't handle. Let's save everybody from the Superdyne and then we will wrap up tonight. Ow. Wait, is it not the... It's not the snipe. I thought that was the sniper shot. WikiCohTitan.com has a great background info on the NPCs and enemy groups in the game. In order to avoid suspicion, the Skulls didn't leave a perimeter guard. Lucky for you. Lucky for them. They got to keep their teeth. Hi. Nothing in there. Oh, you guys are still shooting me. Oh, I'm dead. And I have a debt. Oh, I'm... So the death penalty in this game, once you pass level 10, which I did without thinking about it because triple XP apparently, you get an XP debt, which means a certain percentage of your experience going forward goes towards clearing your XP debt. Day job caregiver pain specialist. Do you get that for being in the hospital? Yeah. I had forgotten that was the death penalty. making a good start to this return to the fight. I remembered to shock the air around me at the door. So yeah, your debt never becomes more than half the experience that it costs to get to the next level. Nice! Radiation Plant Blaster. Didn't have a look at the plant powers. Wonder if I'll hit level 12. What's this? Oh, an origin-specific enhancement. It's a technology nature. I can't use that. Cannot use an origin-specific enhancement from an origin other than your own. Origin-specific enhancements can be combined with other combinable enhancements, but the highest level enhancement will determine the type of enhancement that results. So does that mean I can... That is a attack rate. So could I combine that with a higher level attack rate from my origin? You want to run away, then don't. Keep moving those containers. We haven't got all night. Dot dot dot. Sapphire Vault. My brother tells me not to hunt you. He tells me killing you would be bad for business, that it isn't the right time. Maybe that's true. Maybe. Unfortunately for you, I've never had a good mind for business. You've just got a big old block of concrete, ain't you? Hey, buddy. Oh, you're an elite boss. Ow. Oh dear. Now, does he heal? Because if he heals, I'm in trouble. If he heals, I'm in big trouble. Grab myself a couple of awakens. Not like I'm hurting for influence at the moment. Thank you to the level 50 I helped out earlier. I mean, he's not conning purple to me. As that tooltip suggests, that would make him harder to hit. But he is an elite boss, which I think means that he's worth about 3 heroes. Which is why she suggested bringing help. Away, little chickadees. Oh, hey. See how much you enjoy this. Yes! You've just signed your own death warrant, hero. Haha! Well, poop. I've apparently just signed my own death warrant. I can't believe it. You did it. You stopped the Superdyne shipments and arrested one of the Lords of Death. Sapphire Vault. I don't know how I or anyone in King's Row could ever thank you. I mean, the Skulls are going to be looking for some payback. I don't know if I could ever live knowing that I was going to be hunted, but I guess that's what it means to be a hero. Hey, I got an email from a guy who claims to be Eagle Eye of the Regulators, the super group who cracked down on the drugs throughout the 1980s. Anyway, he said he wanted to meet you, so I told him I'd put the two of you in contact if you're interested. Sure. Former member of the venerable Regulators, Eagle Eye has come out of retirement to help combat the Skulls and their Superdyne dealing. Well, let me go to see somewhere in this scree of people. There we are. I'm going to go see Blue Steel, level up, and then I'm going to stop the stream for tonight. Let's see what new thing we get. We're at level 12 now, so we get another power. Do we get the... Is this the snipe? Or am I getting a... do I want to get a punchy power? Zap is the snipe. But we do want Bone Smasher. So we'll go with Bone Smasher for now. And then we'll come back and get Zap. And so we'll just go and stand on Paragon Police Department like a true hero. Just look out over my city. The city of heroes. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I have had a blast streaming City of Heroes again, because it was such a game that I played back in the day that I've really enjoyed doing it. I do hope that we can do some more of it in the future, and that maybe I can even rope in my very own team of Avengers in some of the other people that are in FBF who have played this game or are replaying it, or who just fancy playing some good old-fashioned superheroing. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we do have other streams coming up. So tomorrow night we've got the 5th final boss fight pub quiz. So if you want to stretch your brain cells, get your brain thinking, get a little bit of entertainment, tune in tomorrow night for that. I'm wondering about doing comic books as the bonus round this week. Or it might just go back to movies. We'll see. On Sunday night, we've got D&D with In the Clutches of the Cult. Onward to Summit Hall. The group is making their way to Summit Hall with the refugees from Beliard. As they flee the Eternal Air cult, the cult of howling hatred. So stay tuned for that. And then on Monday in Life Doesn't Give You Lemons, it's about time I made lemons and limes be a thing that we grow, because they're just not growing fast enough on our Minecraft server. So I'm going to be dealing with that. But for now, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.